Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to show you how I tank these walls to get them waterproof before tiling, so that if any water builds up behind the tiles over time, you won't be left with costly repairs. This guide will help you when the tray is already installed, which is quite common and you don't see in a lot of tutorial videos. I'll be using this Tilemaster tanking kit by Kirikal, which is a really great, easy product to use with a quick drying time, and I've got a cheap paintbrush here to apply the tanking paste. In the kit, you get 10 meters of tanking tape, 2 corner pieces, some gloves and the tanking paste. Also grab a tube of wet wipes for this job as it makes cleaning easy, and I'll show you that shortly. So the tray is already installed and sealed to the wall with CT1, which is a great sealant and adhesive as its first waterproof barrier. I will tank inside the shower cubicle and just come out past the screen for some extra protection as the wall is tiled. If it's painted, just stick to the wet area, otherwise you'll have an angry painter on your hands. Okay, first I'm going to tape the bottom of the shower tray. So I take my tape and mark it oversized here so it wraps around the wood architrave and the next wall a bit. Then I just cut it with some scissors. I'm going to overlap the tape onto the tray as another water barrier. I don't want it to come out further than the wall tiles, so I gauge it roughly, allowing a 10mm lip. Then I draw a spread line around the wall so I don't end up in a mess when putting it on. I take one of the corners and cut that to the same size as the overlap, and I like to check with a tile that I'm about right on my overlap distance. I don't want the tape coming out too far onto the tray. Then I can just mark my last piece of tape for the other side of the shower tray. These walls are plastered, but these same methods apply to plasterboard as well. Apart from with plasterboard, you'll use a membrane to tape all your board seams. If your walls are backerboard, you just need to tape the seams and washers. No need to paint the whole wall, as backerboard is fully waterproof already. It's also good to come past your shower tray by about 30 centimeters if the wall is tiled, for extra protection from traveling water. Okay, I just rubbed the tray just to make sure it's dry, and now I'm ready to apply the paste. The great thing with this product is the walls don't need to be primed before application. Just scrape off any lumps and bumps and make sure it's dust free. Then just get some covering on your shower tray just to avoid it getting messy. I then simply paint the wall first to my line, then push the membrane into place, then paint over the top of it to secure. Keep applying the tanking until it's fully covered. Now, as you probably would have guessed, you need to paint the tray a bit, so it will get a bit messy. This is where the wet wipes come in handy. You'll see here how easy it comes off when you just press down tight and run through the end of your tape. After a few wipes, you'll have a neat finish and a clean tray. I repeat this process on the other side of the shower tray. Again, if you're taping joints on the wall here, it's best to come out past your shower tray by about 30 centimeters just to cover traveling water. Then I'll add my cut corner piece and repeat the process. Using my wet wipe, once again, I'll just get it nice and clean on the tray. Now I tape up the internal of the shower wall. This is one of the most important bits, especially if plasterboard or backerboard, to cover that internal joint. I do this in 2 bits just to make life a bit easier. You only need to go up about 1.8 meters, but if you've got enough tape, you can take it all the way to the top. More is always better, of course. At this stage, depending on your shower and substrate, you would tape all joints and washers. You can tape your shower control and all the vulnerable areas. For me, as it's plaster, I can now just paint on the tanking to cover the shower area. Again, coming out a bit past where the shower door will go as the wall is tiled there. Then I make sure I get a good coat on, leave to dry for 3 hours, and then I'm ready to tile. I'm now waterproofed, and I've added 3 barriers to the bottom of my tray. It's sealed to begin with, then it has a tanked lip, and then sealed after tiling. So some really strong protection for future proofing there. And if you want to see me tiling this room, then click right here, guys.